Millions of people are expected to travel this holiday weekend, and gas prices are on the rise. El Pasoans are definitely expected to be impacted ahead of Labor Day weekend. We'll explain. Then a read on the American economy. We're going to be telling you about the new data released this week that shows just how the U.S. economy is performing. And it looks like we're in for another round of rain. Robert, what can we expect just in time for Friday night football?
Widely scattered thunder showers for our Friday night. Of course, many storms will produce that brief heavy rainfall, but most importantly tonight, lightning for Football Friday. I'm going to have your detailed forecast. We are live on KTSM 9+. Your news starts right now.
You're watching KTSM 9 News First at 4. Starts right now.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for choosing KTSM 9+, our digital newscast. I'm Monica Cortez. We're going to begin with the weather because KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the possibility of heavy rain tonight. Right now, I do want to take you outside. This is what it looks like, and you can definitely see some clouds here and there, but if you remember, this is exactly how it looked yesterday before West El Paso got inundated. Let's go ahead and send things over to Chief Meteorologist Robert Bettis. All right, Robert, so what are we dealing with today?
Well, Sam is mad at me. It is Football Friday night. If you remember last year, we faced strong thunder showers, lightning.
Yeah.
I know, it was terrible. And it looks as though the atmosphere is all wound up and ready to go again for this Football Friday night. We've got a temperature of 99 degrees. Are we going to make this our 37th triple-digit day? I do believe we will by later today. 100 Juarez so far, 96 Las Cruces, 96 Deming, and 97 Alamogordo. Super hot, super charged. The moisture is there, the instability is there, quite a bit of precipitable water, so the storms we do get tonight could potentially produce quite a bit of rainfall quickly. Now, it's quiet right now, but just like yesterday in the afternoon, sometimes it takes a while for the storms to get going. Most importantly tonight, lightning. These thunderstorms could become fairly strong and produce some lightning that could be dangerous. So we need to be cognizant of ever-changing weather conditions. Tomorrow, similar story, only a little bit cooler with a high temperature of 95. Thunder showers follow us right into our Labor Day weekend. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a little bit. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Well, as this Labor Day weekend kicks off, the nation's airports, roadways, and railways are expected to be jam-packed. With both gas prices and airfares down from a year ago, travel experts say this year's traditional end of summer celebration could actually be one for the record books. NBC's Pira Sridhar is in the Atlanta area with the latest.
TSA is estimating that 17.4 million people will be traveling through their checkpoints over this extended holiday period from yesterday to Wednesday of next week. And actually, the busiest day during that time frame is expected to be today, Friday, with 3 million passengers. Things did get off to a little bit of a bumpy start over in Newark's Liberty International Airport. That was due to equipment issues, communication problems between air traffic controllers and pilots, which led to a ground stop. That resulted in hundreds of flights being delayed, an average of 2.5 hours. But I'm happy to report that since then, there have been no significant issues anywhere else. Experts are saying that this is expected to be potentially a record-breaking Labor Day holiday travel weekend. And the reason for that is because domestic airfare, hotel prices, rental car prices, and gas prices are actually lower this year than they were last year. So if you are planning on hitting the roads to get to your holiday weekend destination, make sure you leave as early as possible to avoid traffic congestion. Back to you.
And Labor Day is not the only thing happening this weekend. Texas high school football returns, and so does your favorite sports show in El Paso. 9 Overtime is back for another action-packed season of highlights, rivalries, and Friday night drama. Our first 9 Overtime game of the week is between the El Dorado Aztecs and the Andres Eagles at Alan Sepkowitz Stadium tonight. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Make sure you're joining Sam Guzman, Kelly Horzan, and Ed Stansberry and Jason Flores for all the highlights tonight at 10. All right, I do want to take you outside now using our Textile cameras. This is what we are seeing at this hour. I-10 Chelsea. Things are a little congested on this Friday afternoon. So if this is your commute, well, just know that it's going to take you a little bit of some time to get through this congestion, but no major delays in your commute. All right, a 51-year-old woman has been arrested after her two dogs, quote, viciously mauled a man. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says Laura Mendez Gonzalez is charged with attack by dog resulting in serious bodily injuries. The Sheriff's Office says a 60-year-old man was found at a home in San Elizario, believed to be mauled by two pit bulls. Deputies say the man suffered life-threatening injuries to his neck and limbs and lost consciousness due to severe blood loss. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. Investigators say Mendez Gonzalez lived in Juarez and had been leaving the dogs unattended at the San Elizario home, returning only once a week to provide food and water. Detectives believe the dogs escaped through a broken chain link fence in search for food and water. Mendez Gonzalez is believed is being held on a $25,000 bond. An El Paso man accused of injuring a 13-month-old baby earlier this week has been arrested. According to jail records obtained by KTSM, Luis Ramon Whitson is facing a charge of injury to a child causing serious bodily injury. Whitson reportedly told officers that he dropped off his girlfriend, the child's mother, at her work and then drove back to his home with the baby. Whitson allegedly said the baby hit his head on the tub. Documents say several hours later, Whitson panicked because the child did not look okay and shook the baby so that the baby would respond. He took the boy to the hospital, and according to the arrest affidavit, responding officers saw visible bruising on the baby's neck, face, chest, right ear, and behind the ear. A radiologist then there stated that the little boy's injuries were non-accidental. Medical personnel informed investigators that the boy had suffered strokes on both sides of his brain and remained in unstable condition, requiring intubation and continuous monitoring. Whitson was booked into the El Paso County Jail on a $200,000 bond. To read more on today's top stories, simply visit KTSM.com. Over to national coverage. The Gulf Coast is marking 20 years since Hurricane Katrina devastated the region. Katrina was a Category 3 hurricane when it made landfall in southeast Louisiana on August 29, 2005. It remains the costliest U.S. storm on record, with damage estimated at upward of $200 billion when adjusted for inflation. That's according to the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. The failure of the federal levee system inundated about 80% of New Orleans in floodwaters that took weeks to drain. 20 years later, and 60% of the residents in the city's hardest hit lower 9th ward haven't returned. About 1,400 people died in 5 states. Well, new data released this week outlines how the U.S. economy is performing. And in today's Political Minute, News Nation Washington Bureau Chief Mike Viqueira breaks it all down for us.
A new read on the American economy. I'm Mike Viqueira, News Nation Washington Bureau Chief. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, it's a key gauge on inflation that the Federal Reserve uses to make interest rate decisions. Now, new government data released Friday shows that prices are holding fairly steady, rising at an annual rate of 2.6% in July. That's unchanged from June. When you exclude the more volatile sectors of food and energy, prices were slightly up in July, rising 2.9% from a year ago. In June, that number was 2.8%. So far this year, Fed officials have held off on cutting interest rates, but that could change in September in their next meeting. The inflation data comes on the heels of Thursday's revised gross domestic product report, which shows that our country's economy grew more than previously reported last quarter. Initially, second quarter GDP came in at 3%, but now the figure stands at 3.3%. I'm Mike Viqueira, and this is the News Nation Political Minute.
Well, Texas gas prices are on the rise ahead of the Labor Day weekend coming up. We're going to read over your comments in today's In the Comments segment. And Burlington store has a new location in El Paso. The store held a ribbon-cutting ceremony and handed out prizes this morning. We were there. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM 9+, always putting local first.
ignoring. And right now, save up to $700 on Tempur-Pedic. Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy.
Welcome back, everyone. Gas prices are on the rise ahead of the Labor Day weekend, and El Paso drivers can be impacted as they are paying the most in gas in the state. According to AAA Texas, the statewide gas price average is about $2.81 per gallon of regular gas. That price is 7 cents more when compared to this day last week and about 15 cents less per gallon compared to this day last year. Here in El Paso, we are paying $3.09 per gallon. The good news is, according to AAA summer, gas prices have held relatively steady and are expected to ease as the fall season begins. We did share the story over to our social media accounts, and a lot of you guys had a lot to share. So we're going to begin with Pat Valenzuela Barth, who writes, "This is typical. Gas prices usually rise before a holiday due to travel demand." Meanwhile, Ron Martinez writes, "Texas leads the nation in oil refineries. Y'all getting ripped off. I paid $2.59 a gallon last week." And Chris Corbett writes, "OMG, where are the $1.89 gas prices that the president promised were going to happen?" Now, the good news in all of this is that according to AAA, well, this fall we do expect to see a little bit of lower gas prices, according to them. Here at KTSM, we do value your opinion and we want to hear more from you. So make sure you're staying in touch with us through our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. All right, well, up next, Robert does have another look at your forecast. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Or lease for $249 a month for 36 months. Visit 6330 Montana for more details.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the potential for strong thunder showers and brief heavy rainfall that could cause localized flooding not only tonight, Saturday and Sunday as well, right in time for football Friday night and our Labor Day weekend. 36 days of triple-digit heat as of yesterday's 100, and we are hovering oh so close to that mark right now. 99 degrees so far today. Will we touch 100? Yeah, I think we probably will. Winds coming in at about 9 miles per hour. You could feel that scorching sun this morning, even though it was clear as a bell. Meteorologically, it was supercharged, and it's still supercharged, ready to go with thunder showers that will be arriving right in the critical hours tonight of Football Friday night. A lot of people outside excited, but we just want you safe, so we want you watching and aware of rapidly changing weather conditions, especially lightning. 100 Juarez so far, 96 Las Cruces, 96 Deming, 97 Alamogordo, and 81 for Ruidoso. Satellite radar composite. We've still under that little bubble of high pressure. It's been with us 2 days. Yesterday it brought us 100 degrees. Today it's likely to do the same, but it is breaking down as we speak. And as that protective bubble breaks down, instead of just one isolated storm right over the Franklin Mountains, it could open up the whole county and Doña Ana County to widely scattered showers and thunder showers. Now, these would arrive in a random pattern. There's no way to predict exactly where, but the conditions are ripe tonight for storms. And if they do crop up, they could become strong. So just keep that in mind. 96 is the temperature in Las Cruces. We've got a dew point at 46 up there. Very muggy, hot, ready to go. Here are temperatures in your neighborhood right now. Now, just like yesterday, we look outside, we see the beautiful sky and the little fluffy cumulus clouds and think, it looks good. Well, that's not meteorologically what we're facing tonight, nor tomorrow. Here is your 9-hour forecast for Saturday. Those thunder showers will follow us into our Labor Day weekend, potentially strong storms and brief heavy rain on Saturday with a high temperature of 95 degrees. Allergy-wise, it's been very consistent in the 9. No worries. Do not be alarmed. We've got 9s across the board for the next 3 days. Here are your low temperatures tonight. 67 Alamogordo, 68 Deming, 72 Juarez, and 69 for Van Horn. High temperatures tomorrow, 91 Alamogordo, 92 Deming, 95 Juarez, and 92 for Van Horn. Tonight for you, Las Cruces, I do believe you'll get thunder showers with brief heavy rainfall. Low temperature tonight, 69 degrees. High for tomorrow, 92 with scattered thunder showers and storms. For us tonight at the International Airport, our low, 72 degrees. Brief heavy rainfall likely, but most importantly, lightning and football don't go together. 95 high temperature for tomorrow with widely scattered storms. Coming up in just about 30 minutes, I'll have your exclusive 9-day forecast. We'll talk about a probably not so bad Labor Day coming up in just a bit. You stay with us.
So Honda.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, this weekend, the Hatch Chili Festival kicks off over in New Mexico. It's its 53rd year, and attendees can expect dozens of vendors, performances, food, and of course, chili. Festivities begin tomorrow with the parade rolling through the village starting at 9 a.m. and the festival begins with performances both Saturday and Sunday starting at 11 a.m. For much more, you can always visit our website, ktsm.com. Well, in more local news, a new Burlington store is now open at Bassett Place, and this morning they donated $5,000 to Hawkins Elementary School. The new store held a ribbon-cutting ceremony to kick off the opening and celebrate the elementary school's students and staff. We actually got a chance to speak with the principal of Hawkins Elementary, who says the money will definitely go back to the students.
This money goes for rewards for our students, for all the hard work, for our staff, to buy materials for the classrooms, all those things that we lack funds for. This is just going to supplement that, so it's a great help for us.
Burlington says for a 9th year they teamed up with the national nonprofit Adopt a Classroom to make these funds possible for Hawkins Elementary. All right, don't go anywhere. We still have another half hour of news and weather headed your way. We'll be right back.
Cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you.
Call or scan for your free writer's guide today.
Welcome back to KTSM 9 News. We are starting off with a developing story. A 51-year-old woman has been arrested after her two dogs, quote, viciously attacked a man. Take a look. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office says Laura Mendez Gonzalez is charged with attack by dog resulting in serious bodily injury. The Sheriff's Office says a 60-year-old man was found at a home in San Elizario believed to be mauled by two pit bulls. Deputies say the man suffered life-threatening injuries to his neck and limbs and lost consciousness due to severe blood loss. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. Investigators say Mendez Gonzalez lived in Juarez and had been leaving the dogs unattended at the San Elizario home, returning only once a week to provide food and water. Detectives believe the dogs escaped through a broken chain link fence in search for food and water. Mendez Gonzalez is now being held on a $25,000 bond. Well, in case you missed it, the CareForce, a child care assistance program offered by Workforce Solutions Borderplex, is reopening enrollment after a 2-year pause due to lack of funding. The program aims to help parents and families with financial support to cover the costs of high-quality child care providers so that they can continue to work on or study in school. Our KTSM 9 News reporter Jesus Baltazar guides us through what the program's return means for parents and who qualifies.
It really means a lot to them. I think as parents, we always want to ensure that we have safe, reliable care for our children.
The CareForce program connects eligible parents to any of over 250 certified and approved child care providers, with a cost partially or fully covered through state and federal funds. Also, parents can continue improving for their family.
It gives them an opportunity to maybe go back to school, get a certification, or look for another job. Maybe they want to do something that's a little different that would benefit them and their family.
Perla Bustos, a single mother of 4, currently has one daughter in the program, saying it has helped her throughout the years to continue upskilling for her family.
First off, I think the income, it's very necessary, especially now with inflation. It has helped out a lot, being able to maintain my job. Now also going to school.
Beyond climbing the ladder throughout her career, Bustos says a vital aspect of CareForce for her is having peace of mind, knowing she's leaving her children in the hands of high-quality providers.
I think I would be lost, going crazy as a single mother. Like I mentioned, it's very hard to have that trust. Just going to work and leaving your child with someone that you are going to have that trust, So I feel very safe. I feel very comfortable.
And that was Jesus Baltazar reporting. Well, 1,000 spots opened up, and program officials urge families who need support to apply as soon as possible. This comes as federal funding cuts are impacting similar programs. As always, you can always find more information up on our website. That's KTSM.com. And Las Cruces police are asking New Mexico lawmakers to address the growing problem of juvenile crime during the next legislative session. Yesterday, Las Cruces police told lawmakers just how bad juvenile crime is in the city and across the state. This comes months after the Young Park shooting in Las Cruces left 3 people dead. 3 of the 4 alleged shooters are teens, and police say phone calls and texts from jail show kids mocking the system.
So to start, this is not an issue with kids being kids or kids doing innocuous things or innocent things, taking pictures with guns or just trying to act cool. This is an issue where kids are killing each other, killing themselves, and killing innocent bystanders. People are getting killed by these juveniles, and often the people being killed are juveniles.
Las Cruces PD is also asking for more penalties for selling a gun without a background check and more investment in juvenile probation officers. Well, a massive slate of new laws go into effect on Monday, and one of those laws is outlawing DEI and LGBTQ+ student groups in public schools. It is now getting challenged in courts. State Capitol correspondent Adam Schwager talked with one of the lawyers bringing the case to challenge what they call the student identity censorship law.
But when our stories are labeled as inappropriate, it tells us that who we are is controversial and unwelcome.
Azama Sadiq is a student in the A-Leaf Independent School District and a senior policy associate at Students Engaged in Advancing Texas, or SEAT. Under a soon-to-be-implemented law, SEAT says they'd be forced to censor themselves from talking about race, ethnicity, and gender identity on school property, and claims it violates their First Amendment rights.
We believe it's blatantly unlawful for the state government to try to ban all clubs across the state that support LGBTQ plus students.
Opponents are calling it a student identity censorship bill, but its proponents call it a parent's Bill of Rights.
The Texas tradition of supporting and expanding and safeguarding the rights and roles of parents in their kids' upbringing and their children's education.
While the bill is expansive, the lawsuit targets 4 key areas: bans on any reference to gender identity, sexual orientation, race or ethnicity in any school policies, bans on any faculty assisting in gender social transitioning, bans on any faculty aiding or helping students with gender identity or sexual orientation questions, and then bans on any gender identity or social orientation geared student groups. The ACLU and students like Sadiq hope the court stop the measure before it's set to go into effect on Labor Day.
Every student in Texas deserves the freedom to learn and the right to see ourselves reflected in our schools.
The bill's author, while arguing in favor of the measure earlier this year, said it all comes down to the parents.
At its core, the Texas Parental Bill of Rights in Education is about reaffirming that parents are the chief decision makers for their children.
In Austin, I'm Adam Schwager.
Now, we did reach out to the bill's authors and the defendants in the lawsuit, who all failed or declined to answer. Recently, the ACLU successfully got a temporary hold on the implementation of a bill requiring the 10 commandments to be posted in every public school classroom. However, the ruling only applied to a handful of school districts. All right, we want to take a little pause from today's headlines and kind of talk a little bit more about weather, because that is what's going to be impacting a lot of students tonight. Yeah, that's right. It's Friday night football for a lot of high schools across town. And, well, the big question is, are we going to see any delays in these games, Robert?
Monica, we love the football, do we not?
We absolutely
We've got
do.
overtime tonight at 10:15. Everybody's going to be out watching the kids play football. Our concern, safety, because of lightning and thunderstorms tonight. So, KTSM has issued a weather authority alert for the potential for strong thunder showers, brief heavy rainfall, and most importantly, lightning. Friday, Saturday, Sunday as well. Here are the high temperatures. Are we going to put another in the category of triple-digit heat today? Oh, we're so close. Look at that. 99 so far today. 96 Las Cruces, 96 Deming, and 100 in Juarez. We've got 99 at the airport right now. That dew point 55, the atmosphere very charged up. We know that after an extremely hot day like today, with an unstable atmosphere and plenty of moisture, here come the thunder showers. Now, they often don't develop until late in the afternoon and evening, so we want to put everybody on alert to be aware of rapidly changing weather conditions tonight. Now, here's a quick look ahead. We're going to see thunder showers again for our Saturday, high temperature 95. Then we move into the 80s with a lot of clouds, the potential for some heavy rainfall at times, especially on Sunday. Monday, we could start the day with a little bit of rainfall, but the day on the balance in the afternoon, not too bad and cooler. I'm going to have your detailed forecast coming up in just a bit. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Well, Borderland agencies are gearing up for the Labor Day weekend as increased law enforcement will take over the streets. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office multi-agency DWI task force will be out in full force starting today through Monday, September 2nd, across El Paso County. The idea is to focus on identifying and arresting drunk drivers to help keep roadways safe during the holiday weekend. This is all according to the Sheriff's Office. They are reminding the community that drinking and driving is never worth the risk. Deputies and officers from multiple partner agencies will also increase patrols and conduct targeted enforcement to reduce the dangers associated with drunk driving. And Las Cruces Police Department say they are also planning sobriety checkpoints and saturation patrols. According to police, they will run these checkpoints within Las Cruces city limits throughout the month of September. LCPD encourages those who plan on drinking alcohol this weekend to use a ride share or have a designated driver who will not be drinking. And Labor Day is not the only thing happening this weekend. Texas high school football returns, and so does your favorite sports show in El Paso. 9 Overtime is back for another action-packed season of highlights, rivalries, and Friday night drama. That's right, NC9 Overtime is going to be highlighting the game of the week, which is between El Dorado Aztecs and the Andres Eagles at the stadium tonight. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. tonight, so make sure you're joining Sam Guzman, Kelly Horzen, Ed Stansberry, and Jason Flores for all the highlights tonight at 10. Well, school security is top of mind for many, especially parents, following the recent shooting in Minneapolis. A high school on Long Island is launching new technology designed to help police pinpoint danger more quickly and efficiently. Piais Chang reports.
At this time, we will be moving into a lockdown.
Sounding the alarm when there's a threat.
This is not a drill.
Takes on new meaning with this state-of-the-art security system.
We don't need to have a phone. We don't need to call them.
Plain Edge Schools, the first in New York to install X-Response cameras in classrooms. The cameras only start recording when the alarm is pulled.
Seconds matter. Seconds truly save lives. So we literally talk about this technology is putting first responders in every single classroom.
When an emergency is activated, every device in the school is also activated. Messages can be sent through the system.
This system's going to definitely save lives.
Ryan Petty's daughter, Elena, died in the Parkland school shooting. He's now an advisor to this company because he thinks it would have made a difference.
When they come to the campus, they know where the shooter is. They know where all the students are.
Whoever presses the alarm will end up on the map as a red alert, making it easier for first responders to find.
When they show up, it's most important that we don't show up at the main entrance. You show up at the entrance that's closest to the people that need the help.
Well, coming up, an El Paso man accused of injuring a 13-year-old baby is in jail. We're going to go over your thoughts of this tragic incident in our comments segment. Thank you so much for tuning in to KTSM Plus, always putting local first.
the ultimate football guide. Available now.
Your local weather authority, Robert Bettis, the Borderland's only certified broadcast meteorologist.
Welcome back, everyone. Thursday's storms and lightning caused a tree to catch fire. I know, can you believe that? This is video from one of our viewers showing the El Paso Fire Department responding to a home in the Upper Valley just at about after 7 p.m. The fire department says that they were able to put out the fire and thankfully no injuries were reported. How frightening to look out your window and see one of your trees caught on fire.
That is the only thing that actually terrifies me about the weather.
Yeah, the lightning just hitting it.
It's lightning. You get no warning.
No.
All of a sudden your tree is on fire, your transformer has just exploded.
Oh my gosh.
Poor firefighters getting the call, hey, we have a tree that's on fire from lightning. Really? Okay,
Right?
just all in a day's
Crazy.
work, I guess.
Thank you guys for your service, for sure.
Speaking of trees, another palm tree for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm taking it home.
It's not going to make it.
Straight.
I can do better. I need to get you a
Our
better
producer,
one.
Elvia, she has such the greenest thumb you
Really?
can ever imagine. So, Elvia, you're going to have to tell me how to put this.
It's a Mexican palm. They grow all over my yard, so I just
Thank
pull them
you.
out. If you get the roots and you plant it fast, I don't know.
It'll survive.
Maybe.
I'm going home
Okay.
to do that.
KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the potential for very strong storms later tonight, Saturday and Sunday as well. So Labor Day weekend is upon us. So is our first football Friday night. A lot of people will be outside. Hopefully you're going to have a wonderful football experience and no lightning in the area. However, we want you ready in case that changes abruptly with potentially strong thunder showers that will be inbound later this evening. 36 days of triple-digit heat so far this year, and I suspect we'll probably make today the 37th. Look at the high temperatures, 100 Juarez. We've been at 99 and holding. 96 Las Cruces, 96 Deming, and 97 for Alamogordo. I'll have that official high temperature for you tonight at 6 o'clock. A look at the satellite radar composite. That zone of high pressure parked over Las Cruces and El Paso, raising that temperature up, is breaking apart as we speak. And as it breaks apart, instead of isolated storms, little hit or miss storms, we could see widely scattered thunder showers that could go well into the night tonight. And of course, each one of these storms could produce quick, heavy rainfall, and lightning is the biggest concern for tonight. Occasional gusts will be likely with area storms this evening. 96 is the temperature in Las Cruces right now. I've got a dew point 46 up there. Our dew point is about 10 degrees higher down here in El Paso, but the mid-level moisture is all charged up. The atmosphere very unstable tonight. I'm uncomfortable about it. That heavy level of moisture follows us into Saturday and Sunday as well. Ironically, at this point, my least worry about day is Labor Day, where it'll be cloudy and cool. Might get some morning rain, but the afternoon and evening should be pretty nice. Here are the temperatures in your area and your exclusive 9-hour forecast for tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies much of the day, widely scattered showers and thunder showers, especially in the afternoon and evening. High temperature drops down a bit to 95, and yes, dew point temperatures will be high, so there will be a muggy feel. Here's your allergy forecast. We jump up a little bit on Labor Day to an 11, so that's a high range there. 69 low temperature tonight for you, Las Cruces, and even though the skies are quite nice right now, partly cloudy and beautiful outside, that can change rapidly, and we want you ready. 92 high temperature for tomorrow with scattered thunder showers. 72 our low tonight at the International Airport. Same situation. We'll start out very mild early in the afternoon and evening, and then here come the storms. 95 high temperature for tomorrow with moments of sunshine just to heat us up and get those storms activated. Only KTSM gives you 9 full days of weather. On Sunday, potentially strong storms. The atmosphere is really very unstable both days, both Saturday and Sunday. On Labor Day Monday, we're going to start out the morning with cloudy skies, and we could see some light to moderate rainfall in the morning hours. By about lunchtime, 2 o'clock, I think all that tapers off, and then we're just cloudy for a nice, pleasant afternoon with a high of 86. 90 on Tuesday, very dry through the work week ahead with the chance of isolated storms by Friday. Monica.
Robert, thank you so much. Let's go ahead and take a look outside using our tech stock cameras, and this is what it looks like. So I-10 Crockett, things are moving quite nicely in all directions. Not a lot to slow us down in this part of the city. All right, let's go over a very tragic story. An El Paso man is accused of injuring a 13-month-old baby earlier this week, and he's now been arrested. According to jail records obtained by KTSM, Luis Ramon Whitson is facing a charge of injury to a child causing serious bodily injury. Whitson reportedly told officers he dropped off his girlfriend, the child's mother, at her work and then drove back to his home with the baby. Whitson allegedly said that the infant hit his head on the tub. Documents say several hours later, Whitson panicked because the child did not look okay and shook the baby so that the baby would respond. He then took the boy to the hospital. We did share this story over to our social media accounts, and many of you had lots of thoughts you wanted to share. Instagram user Los Smothers says, "Correct your statement, KTSM. This is not a man. A real man would never treat a child like that." Another Instagram user, Geminit, writes, "I just don't understand why so many of these cases, he's just as bad as the parents of Emmanuel Haro. These babies don't deserve this. He will never be the same." Mazapacinco writes, "Hope someone does the same to him." And A. Martinez 790 says, "Moms need to start being held accountable when they leave their kids with losers like this." Now, radiologists there at the hospital stated that the little boy's injuries were non-accidental. Medical personnel informed investigators that the boy had suffered strokes on both sides of his brain and remained in unstable condition, requiring intubation and continuous monitoring. Of course, if you want to read more on this story, just head on over to KTSM.com. And here at KTSM, of course, we value your opinion and we want to hear more from you. Make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms to keep in touch with us through the comments. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after this quick break. This is KTSM 9.
Financial Fridays, sponsored by One Source Federal Credit Union.
When your kids are little, parents make all the decisions for them. But as they get older, letting them make decisions will allow them to make better choices. Here are a few ideas to get started. Allowances and spending plans. Allowances are the first step to understanding written spending plans and budgets. With guidance, managing allowances in childhood, children can become financially responsible adults. Earning money. When children learn that money is earned and does not come free, they learn to appreciate it more. Early training when earning small amounts of money, like doing chores around the house, for example, provides a foundation and understanding that work and money are connected. Money responsibility. Successful money management includes keeping records of money spent. Kids should know how much money they have and how much money they've spent. At OneSource, we have Kids Account to help them get started. We have our SuperSource Kids Club account, ages 0 through 10, and our Stash and Cash Teen account, ages 11 to 17. So start your kids at a young age and teach them about money. We want to see all of our members, young and not so young, succeed. Why? Because we're One Source. Of course.
Financial Fridays, sponsored by One Source Federal Credit Union.
You can catch that tonight, 6:30 p.m. on Studio 9.
KTSM has issued a weather authority alert due to the potential for strong storms not only tonight, but Saturday and Sunday as well. Here is your forecast for the Labor Day weekend. 95 with scattered thunder showers and brief heavy rain on Saturday, potentially strong storms, and a high of only 89 on Sunday. Actually, Labor Day is looking fairly good. We could see a little bit of moderate rainfall in the morning, but by the afternoon, just cloudy, and then we dry out for the work week ahead. Monica.
Robert, I just want to say thank you for my palm tree. This is so cool.
Welcome. I give it great odds.
I will.
I can do better. I'm going to bring you a legitimate palm tree. Sorry.
All right. Thank you, Robert, and thank you guys for tuning in to KTSM 9 Plus. Have a great weekend, and if you're off on Memorial Day, we'll see you on Tuesday. NC9 News right now comes up next with the Sila Caso.